I got a good friend of mine, Ali, on the phone right now, and Ali is a hip hop artist. And from some of the content, I can see he's pretty serious about it, and you can find that on his YouTube, which I'll post in the podcast description, and also his Instagram, so that anyone who's interested can go and listen. Ali, so what I want to first talk about is what got you into hip hop and how did that inspire you?
So let me start with this. I was attracted to hip hop. Like my soul loved hip hop, and since I was like 10, 9 years old. Like I remember I didn't know anything about hip hop because my culture was at the time far from the art of hip hop, you know. There are some R&B and cultural music, but like far from rap and hip hop. So when any car, uh, pass by me and they listen to hip hop in a high volume, I just, it just caught my mind. Every time it catch my mind, and I know that I love this music, so I started to listen to Eminem, some of Tupac, some of Biggie, the famous ones. So yeah, so I've been listening, and if you love something, you listening and analyzing this stuff. You know how they doing it, what are they talking about. So I've been digging in hip hop culture until I met some friends. They've been doing moves, so I got into the ride with them, and I did try some moves. I don't want to lie, the first few songs was trash. Like if right now, if I go back to the first few songs, like it was trash. But like it worth listening to the step that I did that introduced me to being an artist in hip hop culture.
What was it about Eminem's music at that time that motivated you to be able to continue with hip hop?
My English, when I was like, let's say 13 years old, I was digging into the hip hop. My English wasn't so good. It was bad. It was like 20% of the English that I have right now. Okay? So I don't understand what the hell he's talking about. But I feel him. You know, something about music. Everybody's know. It's no secret.
Mm-hmm.
If you sing or rap from your soul, like you believe in it and you mean it, then you're gonna just feel it, because it has this magic, you know. So Eminem has this magic because I believe in myself that I belong to this area, I belong to this group of people that they are real and they are just like expressing this stuff. And I discovered over the years that I'm addicted to expressing myself. I have expressive personality, just like Kanye West. He has expressive personality, and he's addicted to it. Like he cannot detach himself from it. This is me too.
Motivation is huge in the fact that it also involves failure, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you're motivated to do something, yes, you can try at it and you can be consistent, but what a lot of people get turned off by is the failure aspect. A lot of people don't like to fail, they don't like to embarrass themselves. How do you compare your failures to where you're at now?
I call it the struggle.
Mm.
This is the struggle, because failure is a big word, It can mean a lot of things. It can mean that you cannot rap anymore right now.
Yeah.
But I see myself that I still have a chance. But failure from the numbers, yes, this kills your motivation. Like when you see yourself, I was motivated because I believe in myself. I don't see myself failure as an artist because I believe that I give like a nice art, a nice sound, a nice content. I'm including philosophy in my content, and a lot of people, like I know close homies that they are stands. They believe in the stuff that I say, and they believe in the vibes that I spread. But when you drop your songs online and you don't see progress, like you see slow in your numbers, and you see that, you're just gonna lose motivation because you was building so much hope around this area, but like all of a sudden you wasn't meeting your expectations, and this is killing your motivation. So I feel that it's not failure; it's a struggle.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Say it's the process. So
Mm.
if you can't trust the process, those low numbers and slowly getting out your material for people to listen, it's a process all behind that. And if you can't trust that, it's not going to get you very far.
I'm telling you this. It's starting from you. You are the artist, or you are the content creator. So you don't build so much hope that you're gonna get like millions of views, and you just believe in that. Don't believe that. Everybody struggles, but the winner is the one who can put a plan with with facts, guarantee that you're gonna win. You should like include facts. Nobody knows me, and I have to put money to market my shit around the world or around the area. It's hard, but it takes time. But you gotta include facts. It's different. I realized that before I was talking about my struggles in life. How I deal with people in life, and like real content, like real hip hop. But I realized that the audience of Saudi Arabia, the people that I'm spreading my message to, the people that I'm marketing my music to, they already like they already they already in a struggle, and they don't want to hear another man's struggle. They need an escape. They need like a music they can dance to. They need a music that they can forget their problems. When they vibe to this music. So when I come to this idea, I decided to make like stupidish, dumb, full music. It's like full lyrics and but a hot beat, and you can dance to it and create a dance in the music video and let the people just like vibe to the music. It's like something like party rock, you know, and something like the Far East movement. A lot of music like a G6 is party music. Turn up the love, vibes like that. I'm gonna talk about. Let's just forget about the struggle and have fun. I think that the key is to invest money. Like you have to put a big budget, like not big, but like you have to determine your budget. Because like if you're working on an album, you're gonna put like more budget than working on only a single, and putting money also in a music video if you believe that this single is gonna just explode to everybody in the world. So
Yes, I'm a strong believer behind that. I feel like a lot of people don't use Facebook ads as they should. I personally use it, and the reasoning why I use that is because you have to realize that you need help. And as much as you can post to other social platforms, social marketing is another beast in 2020 because you're able to utilize these tools to be able to get out to audiences around the country or the world that you haven't been able to even reach. For an example, I like to run ads that are in Los Angeles because that tends to be an area that's highly focused on fitness and living a healthier life. And, those are the type of people that are going to probably appeal to a lot of the material that I push out. My fitness videos, motivational ones. So I'm a huge fan of it. When it comes to being able to generate any likes and views from running those ads, that's not entirely what I'm trying to do. When you mentioned that you need a budget and money to be able to pursue some of these goals, a lot of what hip hop artists struggle with is getting the word out that, hey, I exist. It's not that their music is bad, it's like they cannot get into a huger audience ear. So running those type of ads, such as like an ad for your website to your SoundCloud, right? you can run a Facebook ad or even a LinkedIn ad or a Google ad, and you can say, hey, check out my new single. This takes you over to their SoundCloud, and that user, whoever's listening to it, maybe they like it, maybe they don't, but that's an extra user somewhere, not even in your own community locally, somewhere in 5 states over, that you were able to say, hey, man, I was able to get this, this fan, this guy likes me, this guy lives in Utah. That's amazing, and I don't think not a lot of people are utilizing it. And the thing is it's also not artificial engagement also. And what I mean by that, it's not, oh, well, the only reason why people are liking your post or people are engaging with it or people checking out your SoundCloud is because you're running an ad. And that's not the case. When you go to the store, Ali, and when you want to purchase something, or when you're going to buy sneakers and you're going to purchase a pair of sneakers, you're not going to buy a pair of sneakers or shop for something that you do not want. So when you're running these ads, people aren't going to click on your ads if they don't like what they see. They're not going to follow you on Instagram. They're not going to like your photo on Instagram. They're not going to subscribe to you or like your videos or view them if they don't like what they see. It's really important to be able to have a budget for that.
Because you have this one fan in Utah or in LA or in Chicago or whatever. You've gained one fan that's engaging with you, that like your content and listen to the words that you're saying, is a huge win. I believe in it. The must subscribe channel in YouTube called PewDiePie. Yeah. This guy is this guy probably. He started as a gamer, and he only have few people that stream with him and engage with him and comment in his videos. And he was talking about I feel good that I'm building my community. People really is following everything that I'm doing because I'm entertainer. I do this entertainment for people to engage with and people to just when you go on your room after work and you just chill. First thing you go to YouTube, you go to the guy that you follow, the guy that you entertain when you watch, and he started with 4 or 5 people. So this is a win, because know that you are doing the right thing, but people should just focus on how to not care about their numbers if they low or not, because if you compare your numbers to successful people, you're gonna feel shit. To be honest, I'm nothing, right? So that this comparing mentality and caring about people, what they see in you and how they see your content and how they see your moves, this is a dark place, just be flawless by being original.
Right. I want to actually add on to what you said, and it's extremely important that when you're doing something, that you're doing it because you want to do it and out of happiness. The one thing that I try to advise nowadays to people is that when you're trying to achieve something, you want to be a hip-hop artist, for an example, you want people to listen to your music, but for one, you really have to enjoy what you're doing, and then 2, right? It's a bad idea to reflect what you want to do based off of how people perceive you, such as, oh, well, they're not liking my pictures. Oh, they're not liking my video. Oh, well, no one's subscribing. Oh, that's a horrible mindset. It's bad. And I'm trying to get people to stop thinking like that, because you have people who won't post. People who have dreams and ambitions and jobs and opportunities, and they just won't post it because they are fearful because they won't get any likes. But it's not about the likes. It's not about that. It's about you pursuing what you want to do, what is driving you behind that. As long as you're being strategic, you're being consistent, and you're trusting the process, and you're laying out facts, as you mentioned prior, then you're going to have some type of success. And I've keep mentioning this before, and this goes into what you were saying too, Ali, that when you are in this process, that you're not going to probably be the next big hip hop star, right? You're not going to be that big, and it's likely that you're going to probably have success, but you're going to probably maybe have some success, and you're going to be happy with that, because in the long run, you weren't beating yourself up based off of how people felt about you. You're not beating yourself up because no one's liking your stuff on Instagram or Facebook. You have to be consistent about that, and it's all about your mindset. And
from my point of view, I believe that everything you say right, and as an artist, like you gotta have this faith in your mind. What takes you to be a star? What takes you to make it? Only one single, one successful hit, and you're gonna just like be out there. Everybody's knowing you. You are the awesome rapper. You just drop a new single, and you're gonna get into a new or brand new track. You know, you're gonna get into a serious ride. You're gonna save yourself from the failing again. Like you out there already. You don't want to get back. So you're gonna work 100 times more than the work that you was putting on. So it's like you gotta have this faith.
absolutely, absolutely.
All right, one more thing. I just need to say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that you care about what people think about you. I was lost in that area for a minute until I read the book called The Power of Now. This book is so awesome to the point that you're gonna find the answers of everything to be the best version of yourself, to be connected to the moment, to be connected to the inner peace inside you. So this book is gonna absolutely help you, or anybody, like if you're an artist, if you work, if you do YouTube videos, if you twerk, if you do anything, you're gonna have this inner peace inside you. And this inner peace is to understand how to not make your mind using you, but to use your mind. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to control, not be controlled. And by me controlling myself, me putting the work that I should put inside the tracks that I work on. It's like pure energy goes into the work, or the process that I go through when I go, and go to the studio and just record my stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I believe that everybody should read that book because it helps.
Yeah, I like what you just said, and just to add, and that kind of goes into exactly what I was saying before too, Ali, and it's even making my point stronger. A lot of people are controlled. That's what it is. They're controlled because they're afraid. They're afraid of what people think about them. They're afraid of what people are going to say about them. And
it's like you gotta realize that, like what J. Cole said. My mind torturing me. What he was meaning is like the mind can use you. The mind can throw thoughts that you don't want to experience. And this is the side effects of just tripping with your mind. Don't trip with your mind. Just focus and stay conscious. Look, if you have the inner peace inside you, and you have control of your mind, you're gonna do everything in a right move. You're gonna do everything in a right way. So it's like this is the key. This is that I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to find. The inner peace. And I'm pretty much finding it, but like I need more time to finish the book. So I suggest everybody go and buy that book because it's so helpful. That's in my opinion, at least.
Absolutely, I'll definitely try to check that out, Ali. And thank you for being able to share all of that. That's extremely important for people to know. And that's the type of mood that I'm trying to create for this podcast. I really want people to be motivated and try to achieve their goals and their dreams, and continue through the process, no matter how you're being perceived. And making sure that you're laying out the facts, making sure that you're consistent, making sure that you're living your dream and what you want to do.
Oh yeah. And then, and thank you for having me, Mike. And I believe this show is gonna explode one day, and I'm gonna be famous because I was a guest in your show. So, why I'm saying that, because I see your moves and I see that you have faith in yourself, and you're sharing your knowledge, in a pure energy, and I like that, and I'm following your steps. I'm watching your videos, and I'm sending you blessings by wishing you luck. Even though I'm at the other side of the world, but I believe that
Thank you, sir.
these blessings is going to be received. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. I really do appreciate it. One thing that I have to give you a tip, and this goes to anyone who's listening. You can always change what you're doing. Your overall vision doesn't have to change. If it's something that you wanted to do in hip hop, for an example, you can continue to do hip hop. Now, hip hop is broad. There's hip hop dancing, for an example. There's people on podcasts who review hip hop songs, and there's YouTube channels dedicated to reviewing hip hop songs and albums. There's a lot that you can do with hip hop, even in regards to hip hop and rap, and a lot of different areas. It's more of how you think about whatever that area that you're concentrated on and what you want from that, and that can change. You don't always say, and it can be multiple things. It doesn't, Ali, you can make a YouTube channel tomorrow reviewing hip hop artists in your town.
Yeah, it's weird you said that, because I was thinking the past 2 days when I was missing out with FL Studio. I'm trying to make beats, and I'm trying to practice the software more and more. And I was thinking that if I'm having a break being a rapper, I can be a producer if I get my skills down with FL Studio.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel what you talk about.
Yeah,
I feel what you talk about.
That's the point that I was making in my last podcast. It's just not one lane that you have to drive in. There's multiple lanes that you can drive in. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can do music and hip hop. You don't just have to be a rap artist. That's just not what you were born to be. If that's the case, what I'm trying to say. Because I really did enjoy this conversation. Okay, so make sure that you continue to keep pushing, man, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, you too. Thank you, Michael, for having me, and good luck.